I'm going to attempt to do this Resonator delete kit for the 2022 Civic Si. I got the stage 1 intake. It's not really a full intake, it's kind of just a hose that allows more flow and a filter. It's nothing, not going to really add much of anything besides sound, but I've seen a lot of people trying to take off the bumper, and then I've seen a couple guys, they went in through the wheel well. So I'm going to attempt to do the res delete kit through the wheel well and see how it works, so I don't have to take off the whole entire bumper, because a couple guys were breaking their bumper doing so. So we're going to start with that. I probably should take the wheel off, but I'm going to attempt to do it without the wheel. Just take out a few clips, put the screws, and they should slide right out. So just so people know, I didn't know how to do this. I was prying on the whole thing itself, not realizing there's two little parts. See, there's two parts. You pry on the top part, there's little grooves. You just pry it up some, and it just starts to come out by itself. Just so you know, so don't break these. So there's two different kinds of clips. There's this clip, and then there is this clip. I don't know if you can see that, but this one here, you basically, like, it pops right out. You stick this in there and you just start prying, and it just starts coming out. It just starts coming right out. And for anyone who does not have one of these are very, very convenient. Very convenient. Little tiny Phillips. So far, I'm only seeing one. There's one 10mm bolt right here. Took it out. Should come off now, but let's see. It seems loose. Except that clip that I still can't get out. I don't know why. Turns out that clip could stay in. I didn't even have to take out a few of these up top. You only have to take out this one. It's a Phillips head screw. I don't even know if you need to take out this. It's just a clip. And a few more clips. There's a Phillips. There was a clip right here. There's a couple more clips down here, not really a lot. One 10mm bolt. I didn't even have to get off this clip here, which I kept trying. It's kind of probably broken, to be honest, so don't do what I did. Don't take out this clip. And it just pulled right out. You just have to kind of be careful. It did pull out though. I don't know if you can see, but the res, we have to take out this little pipe, this little hose, and the plug. One of the plugs should go right in here. These clamps, I just checked, they're 10mm bolts that tighten the clamps. There's only two of them, so take those off, and then this whole box here should come out. It feels like it's metal. The whole thing should come right out. So I thought the clamps were going to be a pain in the ass, but they really weren't. It's kind of, the one here I didn't use an extension. I just kind of connected the 10mm right to it. The one in the back though, I used an extension because it was like facing like this way. So I used an extension, and I mean, it loosened right up. So I got this bolt out. This is for the bracket that holds it. This is the other one that I couldn't see. Well, there was one more bolt. There was these two that I took out, the one here and the one there that you see it's still in. And there's one more up here above the whole entire piece right here. It's one right at the top that I'm gonna get out right now. All right, got that bolt out. Just kind of just hanging from the hose now. Gonna pull it out. Hopefully it comes out easy. We shall see. Okay, got it out. Just off of it. Just kind of trying to shimmy it out of here. That's why it would have been better to jack it up, but my jack's in my garage. My garage is full. That's why I'm doing it out here. So, you know. But got it out. This is your piece here. It actually weighs a good bit. So where this went into, I think, where this went into, this plug should go in right there. You just plug right in, clamp on, and that's it. And then this goes actually up top below your air box. And then you do not need to use the clamp that came with the car. Use the clamp that you get from PRL that comes with this plug. And you can either use a 7mm, which is what I'm going to use. So it'd be too hard to screw that in with the flathead part. So I'm just going to use a 7mm to tighten it up, and then well, I got it all in, tightened it up. These are two separate pieces. I kept putting the bolt in, not realizing that this piece is supposed to go before this piece. And it wasn't tightening the whole way, it was still loose. So, just so you know, you're gonna make sure you put this piece in first for this bolt. This is just to show where it is that I'm talking about. Here's the bolt. Just gonna put this piece in first, then this piece, or it won't tighten the whole way and it'll be loose, and probably when you're going down the road you should hear this rattling sound. So I ordered more on Amazon. I'm gonna post a link in the description, so if anyone else does this, you can just get them on there real quick. It's like a whole big set, so just so you know, be careful with these things. Here's the clamps for the hose. Should just fit just like this. Just gonna take this out. Supposedly this restricts a ton of airflow, so you might potentially gain, the guys at PRL said I could gain up to 8 horsepower. I mean, I don't really know if I actually will though. It's just mainly to make some coal turbo noises and just get more flow to your motor. So, got the filter here. I'm gonna take off the box and get this little thing out and cap it off with the plug. In order to get the airbox off, there's these two little clips. You just kind of pry them off. Comes off real easy. And then I use just a Phillips head. Just got these two little clamps loosened up, and then this just shimmies right out. And then you have to make sure you pull it out to the left, because these slip under these. So it's this under, pull it out. After you slip that out, gotta unplug this guy, just kind of press in this little tab here. It should slip right out. Just take the whole thing off, and that's it. I have a little over 2,000 miles, so let's see this filter. It's actually pretty, oh, I was gonna say clean, but definitely not clean. Got a little bug in there. So, just a comparison. The one from PRL seems a little thinner. I'll get this. But I guess that's it. Slipped out in there, but I gotta take the airbox out to actually get down here and take this little guy off to put the plug in. So we're gonna work on that. So I just popped this off, okay? It didn't break, but it flew off down here. I seen it over here, and if you guys do the same thing, hopefully you don't, but if you do, there's one screw right here, and then one kind of, I don't even know what to call it. It's not really a screw, but you literally twist it like a half turn and it comes out. And you can pull this down if you can see yours. I could, but I don't know where it went, so just so you know. But I'm ordering clips, so I'm not that concerned. And there's still bolts connected to where that is, so make sure you have an extension, because there is one bolt way down there. They're all 10mm, but there's just one here, and that clip. Make sure you don't do what I did and lose it. One down here, and there's also something back there. I don't know what to call this. I don't know how to, there it is. But hopefully it just slips out. Maybe it's, I don't know. We'll see, but just gotta make sure you get a long extension for this piece. Alright, so there was this bolt too that I forgot about. There's a bolt bolt, bolt, one more bolt, all 10 mil, and there's that clip. So all these are out. This should come out. I do not have like a magnet. Actually, I think I do. I just don't know where it's at. So don't lose that bolt. This should just slowly come out like this, and this is the piece you're taking off. So I'm gonna slip this in there and put the box back in. So they did put the PRL thing on there, but I mean, you're not really gonna see it. I mean, I guess you slightly could, potentially, but you do as you please, but there's probably no need to show the PRL symbol. But I'm gonna stick this back in there, put the filter in, and then the hose, and then we're done. So there's this tab. It's nowhere else on here except right here. I took it out exactly like this. So I put the tab the same way. Don't know if it actually does anything, but just gonna follow that. Gonna push this down, work itself in. There it is. So you do as you please, but I made my heads of the bolts in the front, so it's just easier to get to. And then I tried to make it as uniform as I can. Clearly you can tell it's not perfect, but I basically just want one side, made sure it was pretty flush with the other part, and I just tightened it up, and then I went to the other side and did the same thing. Filters in there. That's basically it. I got the little cap going on, capped off down there. We're all done. So that is that. I'm going to take videos, like sound clips soon. They said with the hose and the filter, you'll get better throttle response and maybe a little bit more horsepower, they claimed. I don't know. I mean, it's only a hose and a filter, but potentially could be true, because I guess this thing holds a ton of heat and it restricts airflow because it's like corrugated. I'm pretty sure that's called. So I'll take some sound clips here soon, see how it is. So here is what was restricting airflow, I guess. This little thingy piece, and then this thing actually weighs a couple pounds. I'm surprised, but I guess it was restricting a ton of flow. Same with this. So it's all good now. We're all set up. So start it up. It's just saying it's cold. That's it. Even though it's hot as fuck right now, but just saying it's cold. There's no like warning lights on at all. So on the seat belts, this thing doesn't start freaking dinging. Okay, well, I take it for a ride as it warms up a little bit. Oh, it just went off. Okay. I'm gonna check my dash cam after I get done. Yesterday I raced two of my buddies in their WRXs. They have a little bit of shit done, and well, the one does at least, and they beat me for sure. But I sent the videos to them and my sound was off. I don't even know you can turn the sound off this thing, but making sure it's on this time. Let's see if I can hear anything different. I guess the blow off is a little bit louder, so I do hear it for sure. I wonder if I roll all these up, if it would sound different. Maybe I'll throw it in sport mode. I don't know. definitely feel throttle response, like it starts to kick in a little bit quicker, but going on this little back road here, put it in third to hear the turbo more. I definitely hear the turbo more. It's definitely louder, but everything else sounds about the same. The blow off is definitely louder. Let's hear it around this hill here. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but it's definitely a lot louder in person. Second. Yeah, I definitely hear the turbo more. A little whoosh. Little whoosh sound. I'm out here in like Pennsylvania in the woods. This car, it handles fantastic. Ridiculous. But you can definitely hear the turbo more. That's one big thing, I guess. And the throttle response is definitely better. Do one more hit. Turbo's pretty loud. What I'm really noticing is when I first start to press on the gas, before it would go up to like 0 psi. It's kind of not clear. It would go up to 0 psi and then start kicking it. It still does that, but it seems like it's not so much of a delay. It like I'll do one slight pull. Do one more third gear pull. Start at like 40. Let's start at 4K. Got back home. One big thing I'm noticing is I need a GoPro if I'm going to start doing this, because trying to do a pull in while holding my phone and shit, it's just a pain in the ass. That's all it's to it. It's a pain in the ass. So I need a GoPro or something else.